Okie dokie. So, as you said, setup-wise, pretty good to be fair. I mean, maybe a little bit of alignment to the right, but overall, not too bad to be fair. We can agree on that being a good start position. So posture for me is very, very good. Just the angle that you create look very sort of professional and in a position to hit a golf ball nicely. Okay, what we're going to try and avoid, we said the backswing was a little bit inside. Okay, if we look at the new backswing now, whether the thought of the wall is there, look your takeaway now. Different takeaway altogether, you see, so you're getting a much better takeaway. Whether it's the thought of the wall being there, possibly. But as you get to the top of the backswing, there was your backswing before, and there's your backswing now. So not quite as up with that left arm, okay? Now, if we look at the left arm as you come back, you see that club was moving over towards your head there as you bring it across. As we get to here now, as your hands start coming down, that club is close to vertical, isn't it? Whereas this one, as the hands start coming back, the club, you can see, if the club is there, the club now starts working to the left, you can see, as we start coming down. So the same sort of hand position, but there, if I clear those lines, look at those different shaft angles. There's your shaft angle there towards the golf ball, and there's this one that's very, very steep. So you have made that adjustment, and again, a lot of people think, am I going to do that? Well, you'll get this recording as we're talking now. Okay, I'll send that to you, so you'll have it as a reminder anyway. But like I said, for me, it's about sort of almost retraining the body to learn a different feeling. The wall drill is a really good one, like I say, because you really get some good practice of that dragging sensation of where that club's coming into the golf ball. So if you start coming in here now, you see the club now coming nicely from the inside there, back into the golf ball, lovely strike, nice brushing of the mat there, no thump of the mat, no across the line there. You just release your body through, extending the ball down the range nicely, okay? So if we can sort of recreate that wall in our mind when we're on the golf course, trying to almost feel that wall behind you, get that club working from a much better angle in this way, as opposed to going, as we said before, too far inside, up and over, and sort of looping back over the top. And that's where your inconsistency was, because you were one way on the backswing, one way on the downswing, trying to find it. So what you basically had was sort of like 2 or 3 wrongs making a right. When they made a right, golf was lovely. But it probably took you 4 or 5 holes to get into that position where you found the right. By which time on the golf course, if you're taking 5 or 6 holes to find where the swing's going, you might have lost half your rest. That's a third of the round gone, isn't it? So you played 6, 7 holes, and you were like, I've got 1 blob, 1, 1, 1, 2. I mean, what am I carrying on kind of thing?
It's so inconsistent, you know. Sometimes I go around. They used to say, you know, I was only good for 9 holes. It used to take me 9 holes to get started, or on the back nine I used to get tired, like, you know.
Exactly. So the way to look at it, if you think of 9 holes on a golf course, if you're playing to 18, we'll say, as an individual, 15 now, 21 and so on, so 18 in the middle, so bogey golf, okay? So if you're playing to 18, you're shooting around about sort of 45, 44 for a front 9, okay?
I think realistically that's right.
With, we'll say 18 putts as an average ballpark figure, most 18 handicaps are about 36 putts, so 18 putts off 44, you're only hitting 24, 25 shots over 9 holes. So on a range before you go into 25 swings, making contact with the golf ball, even 25 swings in the simulator or a net or somewhere, will just get you ready and warmed up. As we saw, your first 5 swings were questionable. The 5th or 6th shot was really good because you actually found where your connection was. But as we said at the start, you don't have that luxury of 6 or 7 swings to find the good swing.
I know what to aim for.
Exactly, I think if you can get that sensation, say with
as long as I've only got those 2 things, you know, my backswing and coming down, you know, when I sort of
for me,
the ball on the tee.
For me, what we're going to try and do is simplify. Having so many people I teach about, they have so many thoughts in their head, and a lot of the thoughts they've got are wrong anyway, and they've got multiple thoughts. So what they're thinking is wrong, and they're thinking too much, and it's never going to work, is it?
You've got more to try and compensate.
And that's what I said. The first 3 or 4 swings that you made with that change of feeling that wall, they were, for your standard, pretty horrendous. Okay, which is we're honest there and so on. But once you stuck with that process and actually think, okay, fine, you're in some lovely shots. So actually sticking with that process of, I'm going to believe in sticking to one thing, I'm going to get that sensation. The club, because he's working much better on the backswing now over your toe line there, as we said. That's what we're looking for, which is great. And then from there, now the club gets the top one. As the club gets the top of the backswing, you've got to start feeling that club going towards. If it's going towards that wall there, you can see that'd be dragging down that wall nicely. It'd start coming off about here, but that, to be fair, from where you were with the club there to the club about there, you're moving in the right direction. And I would say, if you could commit to it, okay, right, every time I put a cap on or do something, when the adverts come on TV, I'm going to grab a golf club, find a garage wall somewhere, or somewhere you've got a wall, you've got enough space to swing, and just do that for a minute or 2. Just 8, 10, 12 swings, that's all you've got to do, okay? If you do that regularly, once or twice a day for a week, that's going to be 15, 20 times of doing it. You'll really get into a good feeling of where that club, and you'll start changing that muscle memory that you've got.
And that's what it comes down to. Repetitious and sort of,
but it's repetition of the right thing, isn't it? And
the
again,
right
minimising
thing,
force.
You've got the right thing,
Practice to me makes permanent. If you practice the wrong thing, it doesn't make perfect. You go on the range and hit 50 balls with the over-the-top movement, all you'll end up doing is practicing and ingraining a compensation. Which then when you go on the golf course 3 days later, what was I doing at the ball strike? I can't remember it. Which is why so many golfers come on the range and they hit it great. Leave the range thinking really optimistic about their game of golf 3 days time, and they go on the golf course and play it ding 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 all over the place.
The boys used to say, when I first started, because my head's all over the place,
I mean, I think mentally a lot of things going in changing around. But overall, I say there's a good functional movement. Simplistically, all we're doing is we're just changing the angle in which you're swinging on. Whereas before you swing back on this angle and come down on that one, we're trying to keep it on that red line as long as we can. That, for me, is the most simplest and consistent way to swing a golf club. Okay, makes sense. Good man.